Welcome back to another AI dungeon, which always happy to film. Off the front of AI dungeon, I need to find something spooky, and I have found the wet nightmare. That could be spooky, a scary but pleasurable nightmare. Maybe there'd be some pleasurable storytelling. I've never seen it. What could that be? The living doll in the dungeon? That could be spooky too. What about Sex Arena? Man, I couldn't think of anything more scary than an STD. I've made my decision. We're gonna have a wedding. I am a 6-foot man. I'm standing alone in an empty basketball court, trying to shoot some hoops. I throw the ball at the hoop when suddenly, a tiny little man with a very large nose and a hat that looks like a squashed cat pops up and blocks my shot. He says, "Nah, nah, nah. Not that one. The other one." What do you mean, the other one? Who are you? I don't know who you are, and you haven't introduced yourself. You're only saying, that one, and pointing at a strange man with a squashed nose, who is just standing there. I'm having trouble understanding why you blocked my shot. That was the closest I've gotten all day, and I really need to practice for my game with work this Saturday. You look down and see the tiny man is now standing at your side, looking at you with a very strange expression. You ask, "What? I'm blocking your shot? I didn't realize I was doing that." You throw another ball, aiming for the hoop. You toss the ball once again, and this time the man catches it before it hits the ground. He then throws it back at you and says, "That's the one." You throw the ball at the hoop once more. You toss the ball up, and it misses the hoop, going straight to the man. He puts up his hand and catches it. He looks at you and says, "You sure you want to play? I'll teach you a thing or two. I'm a very good shot. What's your name?" "My name is Walter." "What do you do?" "I'm an acrobat. I travel around the world doing shows." "What brings you to this fair city of ours?" "I heard there was an amazing magician here. I came to see if I could learn some tricks from him." "That's it?" "That's it." You go to your bag and reach in for your sandwich. You prepared it earlier for your mid-game snack. Inside the sandwich is pickles and peanut butter. You take a big bite, and the peanut butter and pickles spurt out of your mouth all over your shirt. You look down to see Walter's face morphing into a look of disgust and shock. "Got some slippery pickles." "Sorry, my friend." "Never eaten anything that comes out of a stranger's stomach?" He turns and walks and disappears into a crowd. You go back to shooting hoops. Walter never comes back. You are now standing in the middle of a small crowd of people, talking about a strange man who had the weirdest look in his eye. You go back to the basketball court, forget Walter ever existed, and shoot some hoops to practice for the work game on Saturday. There are still a few other people trying to shoot hoops in the court when you leave. You never see Walter again. I feel like this story is really trying to push this, you meet someone, and he's suspicious. You want to investigate this. I don't want to investigate this. I want to practice for my basketball game on Saturday. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more of a basketball game. So I'll tell you what. We'll give the game what it wants. You track down Walter and give him a fright. The spookiest of frights. One that might keep him up all night. And if he tries to scare you back, stab him in the face. Or spray him with a little can in your bag marked Mace. You are now searching for Walter. You spot him. He is sitting on the steps of City Hall. He is doodling while he contemplates his forts. You sneak up and scare Walter. You walk up to the boy and say, "Hi, Walter. Mind if we have a quick chat?" He looks up to you and says, Yeah, sure." You take out a can of mace and spray it in the air, in Walter's general direction. Walter stands up and shouts, "No!" He runs inside City Hall and slams the door. "You can't hide, Walter. I'll find you. I'll kill you. I'll make you pay for what you've done to me. Walter doesn't appear to be responding. You run around the corner and around the next building to see if you can find him. You spot Walter standing by the sidewalk near an alley. You move quickly and say, "Dude, I told you I would find you. Here. You can have this." You kick Walter in the gut. Walter crumples to the ground. "Nobody stops my ball from going in the basket." You move to where you last saw the ball and watch as Walter's face turns from fear to pain, and by the time the ref makes the count, you're already in the air. You dunk. You hear the crowd go wild. "Congratulations!" You look down to see Walter is now sprawled out on the ground. You have a small foot in his face, crushing his windpipe.